Hello, and a big welcome back to all of my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, why not? Today we're going to talk about the last tool in the book by Boris Shekkelman, How to Improve Your Foreign Language Immediately. And the tool that we're going to discuss is Say What? Now, this is a tool about understanding. Understanding your counterparts in a conversation is very important. It's a very important component of successful communication. And of all the tools described to this point, are not as effective if we don't understand the person whom we're talking to. And that's why this particular technique of Say What is there to help you understand what the other person is saying. Now, to present the technique vividly, imagine you're a robot who only has two settings. The setting A is capable of only one goal, and that's just getting the general idea. And on setting A, the robot is only capable of screening information. Now on setting B, the robot is capable of understanding details, particulars, and intricacies. So we can use these sort of settings as a special situation where we're running setting A to understand the general topic of the conversation, and then we are flipped to, and we can use it, to when we feel that details aren't really important or relevant. So that's setting A. And finally we can use it when the foreign speaker talks at a very high speed and it's difficult to comprehend all of the details. But you only need to survive and get the main idea. Now you can flip to setting B where the information is vitally important, like names or addresses, telephone numbers, directions, medical information, etc. And so you use it, setting B, in every element of the conversation, even when every element of the conversation is essential. So in contrast to skimming, this process is the auditory equivalent of reading meticulously from a reference book. So the rules for setting A that make it successful are to listen for words you can recognize, such as cognates or proper names or the names of people, cities, etc. Listen for words that you already know, and then just ignore the unfamiliar words. For setting B, there's only one setting, which is go for it, ask about it. Don't listen any further until you're absolutely sure that you completely understand what has happened. So don't hesitate to interrupt for clarification. Do this, but you need to have automatic control of the phrases, such as, please repeat that. What did you say? I didn't understand your last question. Can you please repeat that? Excuse me, as you know, I'm a foreign speaker. Could you speak a bit more slowly? Can you restate that differently? Can you give me a synonym for that word? Blah. You're talking about, and then restate your understanding of the topic. You said that, and then paraphrase what they said. Let me check that you said, and then paraphrase again. Or, can you repeat what you said just so I can be sure of it? So using both settings is an example where Boris gives us a foreigner is able to speak to someone. He uses setting A to basically get the gist of what's happening and then to be able to respond. And the next bit is where he needs to flip to setting B to get the information he requires. So as you can see, the importance of the ability to ask questions is an important element in this tool. In fact, the ability is important in all of the tools. Questions are an important element in Show Your Stuff, where one can see the use of questions to interrupt and expand an answer and force the native to respond. Questions are important in the second tool, Build Up Your Islands, because that will help, the questions help guide you to influence the native speaker to questions, get to where you can land on your island. You must use questions to use the Shift Gears tool to help get away from topics which you're not comfortable with. And the fourth tool, Simplify, should influence the questions because clear and simple questions are needed for effective communication. So of course the connection between the fifth tool, Breaking Away, is evident. The quantity and quality of the question required precise use of grammatical structures, etc. So even the sixth tool, Embellish It, enriches itself by having rhetorical questions. So questions are particularly important for our current device, Say What, because comprehension normally takes place when we're interviewing someone or receiving information. And the nature of the information is completely dependent on the question. So it's critical for the student or foreign speaker to have a complete command of question asking. And now there are 3 categories of exercises that Boris says that will help us with this in the book. But before I go into them, I would like to mention that I'm an author, and I would appreciate it if you could take some time to have a look at my website, xgipublishing.com, and check out my books. The site has links to where you can purchase books through well-known booksellers like Amazon or Apple or Kobo, etc. And you might also want to check out the Autodidactic podcast, which is also about self-learning. Right, back to Boris and the exercises. Now, in Category 1, there are exercises that teach the student to have a variety of questions which include, but aren't limited to, general questions. So, for example, do you speak English? Specific questions like, which languages do you speak? Alternative questions, do you prefer summer or winter? Or tag questions like, this is a book, isn't it? Now, Category 2 includes exercises that condition the student to express automatically at very high speed questions related to the sentence that he or she has just heard. So, and then Category 3 involves exercises that teach the student to transmit any question from their native language into the foreign language. The skillful automatic command of questions is extremely important for both elements because it gives the foreign speaker the possibility to clarify what they don't understand or comprehend. For example, if the foreigner didn't understand the word corpse in the sentence, when I came home to my room, I saw a corpse lying on the sofa, they might ask, what corpse? And why was it on the sofa? And who brought it there? And through the answer to these questions, the foreign speaker will usually be able to understand the word corpse, means dead body, and in this case the communication isn't interrupted by the questions, and the questions reveal the inability of the foreign speaker to understand the question, rather than a normal set of questions directly related to the context of the discourse, which lets the foreign speaker learn what they need to know without revealing their own deficiency or stopping the conversation. Now, when dealing with foreign language, there are many times when knowing more questions than answers is actually a valuable asset. Okay, that's it for this series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will be encouraged to purchase this book, How to Improve Your Foreign Language Immediately, by Boris Shekhelman. There are links in the description of this video. I don't make any money off this. I just think it's a brilliant book with a lot of good information from a very good teacher. And you can get a lot of high-level, impactful exercises and information from this book, which I didn't cover in this series. So that's it from me. If you like these sort of videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe and all that, and I will see you later. Bye.